I would never have expected from a Marriott hotel, I would never have expected from a five-star hotel that we would have been treated that way when we were so sick. Like my son is 4, he was vomiting and shaking, and they wouldn't let us leave, and she just kept trying to get me to sign the NDA. We booked at the Royalton Splash in Cancun. We arrived, everything was great. Day 2, I got very violently ill. We had eaten some fish earlier that day that we didn't think was probably cooked, and I was violently ill for about 7 hours, vomiting every 20 minutes or so. And then that seemed to, get better. My husband was moderately ill, but not as violent as I was. So we continued along our vacation. But then on day 5, both my son, my 4-year-old son, and my husband became also violently ill. And they ended up being hospitalized. It was confirmed as a foodborne illness, bacteria, and the doctor suspected E. coli. We had let them know the first time I was ill. They weren't very receptive, but we didn't worry about it too much. But the second time we got sick, I wanted to leave the resort because I was worried about my family's safety since we'd already been food poisoned twice. And so I tried to leave and I packed all of our stuff up, but the hotel staff, the manager, didn't want us to leave because they wanted us to sign an NDA so that we wouldn't, a non-disclosure agreement, so that we wouldn't post anything on social media about it or talk to anyone about our illness. And they offered us $500 and they kept putting the amount up, but I told them, like, no way, I'm not signing anything and we're leaving now. It was 90 minutes before I was able to leave. They wouldn't send anyone up to get our bags. The manager would come and say, yeah, but you need to do this. Okay, we'll give you $200. Okay, just sign this, we'll give you $200. Like, I don't want any of this. I just care about my family's safety. I need the cart, we need to leave, bring the taxi. Okay, so she'd go away, so I'd think they were doing it, and then she'd come back, okay, $500, just sign this. So they're obviously stopping me from leaving. And it wasn't until I went into the hallway and was getting other guests to help me bring my stuff down that finally they were like, oh, this woman's never gonna sign this thing. And they just kind of gave up. Anyone who has video of management trying to get them to sign the NDA, or a copy of the NDA if they were smart enough to take a picture of it. They seem to be getting offers directly from the hotel, and then the hotel says that they'll pay you your compensation by paying it to like WestJet or Sunwing, who you booked through. I think you have to be really careful about reading reviews. I was reading a lot before we went on the Facebook fan page for the hotel. And that's how many of the people who got sick, like 25 of us connected on that Facebook page, but they started deleting all of our posts. Limiting care if you didn't sign the NDA was really a hot button topic for virtually everyone because it's so against kind of your basic human values to withhold health care so that someone doesn't post on social media. And so that enraged people.